Yo guys, it's Mighty, and in this video I want to talk about the Incott ghero. The Incott ghero is a very interesting mouse that I've been checking out over the last few months that I've owned it, and I do really like the shape, but I do have a few gripes with the mouse that doesn't really put it in my daily drive or in my list of few mice that I really just want to keep on my desk. Let's get into the review. Just before we get into this review, I do have two things to announce. First off, if you want to try out this mouse or any of the other mice I've reviewed on my channel, go check out nexusgear.live, link in the description as well, where you can rent out and try any of the mice I have up on the website for a month with a total cost of $20. Another thing, I did launch my own apparel line. I do have 4 designs up currently. It is super comfortable and the design is super crisp, so go check that out as well. That link will also be in the description. Now on to the rest of the review. Starting off inside the box you do get with the mouse. After you do pull out the top, you are met with some grips that I think does come in the actual package itself. You do have where the mouse actually goes and a USB-C cable. Attached to the USB-C cable is the 1K Hertz dongle, and that's all you really get inside the box itself. You don't get any extra skates or anything, it's just a really simple and clean package. For the higher polling rate dongle, all you get inside of there is, of course, the higher polling rate dongle. This dongle goes up to 8K, and I do see that the mouse is very stable on 8K polling. Coming over to the mouse itself, this mouse is very similar to other mice on the market with shapes like this. I'd say it most closely represent the Outset AX from Vaxe. Even though it's definitely not as tall as the AX, I definitely like that the mouse is not as high as the AX is. The build quality in this mouse is very good. I do find that the sides do creak a little bit when I squeeze relatively hard, but there's no sound at all when you shake the mouse, and it's a very well built mouse, and you can't find the sides bending in at all when you squeeze or press on anything. The main clicks I do find that have a little bit of pre-travel and a little bit of post-travel, but there isn't any click grinding at all on the left and right clicks. The side buttons do have a decent amount of post-travel, and they are very squishy after you do click them in. And the scroll wheel is very light. There's almost no tactility when you are scrolling. You have to scroll very slowly to have any tactility. And of course you have the DPI button in the center. I can't really explain this shape or compare it to any other mice I own, since this is the first mouse I've owned and the first mouse I've tried that is this shape. I will say it's very comfortable in the hand. It does feel at the right side of my palm over here where most mice don't. And I do like that the outside of this part does flare out a little bit more and give that full palm and full hand stability that most mice don't have. I do find that the weight balancing on this mouse is a little bit front heavy. It doesn't really bother me in game, but when I am trying to test it and a little bit of aim training, I do find that drags me down a little bit. The weight of this mouse also isn't the greatest. I really like lightweight mice. I love the Beast X Mini at 35 grams. So when this mouse is 60 grams, it is also a turnoff. Not saying that heavy mice are not good, it's just I don't personally like them and I don't personally enjoy playing on heavy mice. So this is also one of the reasons why I don't really tend to like this mouse on a daily driver. The skates that come with this mouse also aren't the slowest. They definitely are not as fast as some aftermarket skates, but they are pretty good and they did last a while. And when I use them on glass pads, they were okay, even though they were a little bit scratchy and not the greatest. Another big issue that I had with this mouse was actually pairing the 8K dongle. It is a whole lengthy process that did trip me up quite a few times, and it's not as simple as just connecting the 8K dongle and pressing find in the software. It did take me about 15 minutes to figure out how to get everything to work and get the mouse to connect to it, and I did have to troubleshoot a few things. So that's one of the reasons why this mouse is also a turnoff. If you don't plan on getting the higher polling rate dongle, 1K does last a very long time on this mouse. I did find that 1K lasted me about a week to a week and a half with light use, and with higher polling rates I didn't really run the battery all that much when I was testing it, but it did get it to about half charge in about 2 days of use at 2K polling, and I didn't try it any higher than that, since when I did try this mouse I was playing Apex, and Apex does not work at higher polling rates. If you are interested in this mouse, this is a very good mouse and I do like it a lot. And this is probably the best AX clone on the market, since it is much lighter than the AX, coming in at about 15 grams lighter, and also the lower hum profile makes this very nice to use with my small to medium sized hands. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, peace.